All right. LD in the house.
Hey!
Well,
You're muted. You're muted by default when you come in here.
That seems like a good thing, considering.
It's a mutiny. See?
Happy late birthday, Michael!
Thank you. And I found out that Barry's birthday was 2 days before, so.
Oh, nice.
It's a Barry birthday weekend.
I love birthdays.
Yeah. That's why you look great for 900 years old.
I mean, you know.
You know. How, where are you? St. Pete? I see palm trees.
No, we are in Cape Coral, Florida.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
The only Airbnb that would take us is international travelers.
Oh yeah, you're just contagious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you gonna have separate vacations after the quarantine?
Oh my God. Daniel's still pissed that we're not in Jamaica right now, but I told him we had to be on our own continent considering we got stuck in Africa.
Yeah, I saw how stuck you were on the safari.
There were a few folks who were throwing some hate about that shit when the first pictures went online.
Oh my God, hardcore. Messaging 101.
I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Timing is everything.
Hey, you know what? I feel like I made it in life at 31 years old to be called a rich fucker.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying.
It was so funny. Like I was so tempted to respond. They're fucking homeless. like you too can travel all the time if there's literally nowhere to go.
Right.
Yeah. Hey.
And this is being recorded, just remember. This is recorded.
Okay, did you start the recording?
Yeah.
Noted. Okay.
Yeah,
Did
6
I
to 8.
not say things like what I just said?
Oh no. We believe me, we'll talk all sorts of shit. This is a standard ESC meeting for us, except we're sharing it out with the group for those who can't participate along, and you know.
Look at Talisano with Yingling. No.
We actually have a little bit. It's a highlight, dude.
Highlight.
Yeah, man. There you go. How do you not recognize that can instantly?
Well, that's what I meant to say.
All right. Now, we actually have a special request tonight. Talisano has got a new homepage up for his Best Day Fitness site, and we want to walk through the user sign-up process with him. So we're all going to have some cocktails and then sign up on his site for fitness notifications and see how well that works. And then if he spams me 3 times a week, I'm going to send like all of his emails to like every spam house blacklist.
The spam house. Nice.
I'm wondering if I can like share screen while walking through the process so other people can see as well.
Spam house.
Yeah, Spam House is like one of the
is that free right now? Is that free right now, the premium? Oh, that's Pornhub. Oh no, sorry. Got that mixed up.
Yeah, no, sorry. No such luck there.
Hey,
Michael, how long were you typically waiting before we started the spiel?
Usually it's half an hour before we do the spiel in normal time.
That sounds right to me as well. So for everyone who's on here now, free chat for the next 25 minutes or so, and then we'll start our actual structure. I'll be hosting this evening. Michael's brain's a little fried from his birthday, and he's struggling. But that's one of the things we're going to walk through. Does anybody else have any other special requests that you'd like to talk about when we're actually in the main meeting part?
The Paycheck Protection Program and definition of seasonal employer and determination of how much of a loan you can get.
You know who we need on? We need one of our freaking commercial bankers on the call. That guy, McNally or whatever his name is, on the board. Like, if you would just jump on one of these
I've
calls.
been talking to him, and I also did a call with the St. Pete Chamber of Commerce yesterday, and people don't know.
Lauren, do you think Chris Blaze would be interested in joining one of these meetings?
There is not a single person that you are going to get on this call right now who is dealing with the clusterfuck that is PPP right now.
Okay.
They are overwhelmed trying to figure this stuff out. The federal government, I got an email a couple minutes ago from Chris. They still, at 4 p.m., did not have the details the banks need to accept these applications. So, like, they're, like, cluster cuss level slammed right now. But I mean, I've been in very, very close conversations and spent a lot of hours working through this stuff with our banker. So I'm happy to share any information that I know.
I think we should hold up on that till there's more people here, so we can, we can bounce these things back and forth. What I've heard, what I've read, what I've reread and reread, there's some conflicting information in there.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot.
Yeah, I'm just kind of letting everybody else deal with it because I fortunately have a little buffer room for another month or two. So I'm kind of letting a lot of people go through the process and just kind of determine which one's the best course for myself.
There'll be another round too. There'll be another batch of printed out money and more printed out money coming.
Well, I mean, given what Lauren just said, though, I mean, I know our banker's in good shape, and obviously we've seen this other guy around pushing out a lot of information as well. If the qualifications, like every list that I saw, even the list that Chris sent over, the one that I did see, it was like our expected qualifying documents are, but nobody's gone, like, they haven't actually said what their final set of things is. And it might be best for us to hold off on even talking about that until like maybe next week when a few people have completed the process.
The problem with that is that this money is going to run out. The first round of cash will run out. So the sooner that you get it submitted, the better. From what we've seen in the last hour, it looks like the onus to prove what your amount should be may end up being part of the back side of the loan versus the front side of the loan. So there's going to be a lot of approval process to go through to get it approved or like to get it forgiven. But right now it's not looking like the application as it stands today actually requires any type of payroll documentation and that sort of thing. So it may be an honor system thing of how fast they want to approve this stuff. But again, bankers have the information.
All 4 quarters of your 941s, your Form 941s.
There's going to be a shit ton of fraud. That's all I got to say.
It's going to be crazy.
And we absolutely is going to be a shit ton of fraud. And honestly, I don't give a shit because there's just no effective way to avoid that and act quickly.
Yeah, good point. Very solid point.
That's why we're starting to think that it's going to be on the back end.
Kim's got my Yoda cap on.
Dean and Kip.
Deneen Kip.
Hi, Angela.
I need a face.
Hi.
Come on, you people.
I invited Angela. She's my friend.
Awesome. Hi, Angela, friend.
Hi, guys.
Friendula.
She's my friendula.
You're my best friendula of the week.
Thanks for having me.
Angela is opening up a coffee shop on Pasadena.
Yes. It was in the Times last week in Creative Loafing. So it's going to be a Rasta coffee shop if you guys are into reggae with your coffee.
No, you're not. I didn't know that. That's badass.
Awesome. All right.
It'll be called Java, Jahva.
I get it, Java. Angela also teaches reggae aerobics, which is a really fun class. So I feel like she's Jamaican in the wrong color
skin. It would move at my speed, actually.
Jamaican, you sweat.
Because like all that Zumba shit, it's like, no.
Now, see, reggae aerobics is it's all in the hips. It's like
it's all like you're winding your waist. You wind your waist and your whole core gets to where you're just kind of constantly rotating your hips in a circle, and you don't realize your whole core. It's fat. Awesome.
It's like that, but for like an hour.
You just sold me, Chris. I am sold, dude.
Yay! Well, we're gonna do a live stream, Chris. We're gonna do a live stream so you can join, and no one will see it. And private to your own house, so you can just Go nuts.
Yeah, next Wednesday we're going to do a trial run, so we'll send out invites so you guys can jump in.
Shit, Kim will sneak out from the bedroom and be recording me from behind.
No.
Probably.
I
I want to see it. That'd be great Slack content.
Oh, good
yeah.
Lord.
Like, I'll keep you guys posted too on the coffee shop opening. We're supposed to open on April 20th, so 4/20/20. That's our plan.
Oh, you should.
Yep. We're just waiting to hear from Trump if we're a go, and then we're in business.
So when is that? That's what's today? The 2nd?
It's a Monday,
Sure.
yeah. So the 20th is a Monday. We have like the mayor of South Pasadena scheduled to do the ribbon cutting and everything, but I don't really know what's happening. We're sort of just on pause until they tell us. Yeah. Go.
What happened?
We'll see.
I need to go adjust the meeting settings because Barry Lively's freaking screen sharing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Top right. Stop
Okay,
sharing.
I can't get everybody on the screen at the same time. I can't get the Brady Bunch look.
You got a baby screen. You need a baby
And
screen.
Okay, so I think I disabled screen share. Is that okay?
Yep.
Yeah,
What device are you
I
using?
some permissions on it, so you won't be able to do it accidentally anymore. And there's
Okay.
there's a speaker view and there's a gallery view. So I mean, you can like adjust that for yourself how you want it
But
to be.
if you put your cursor way up in the top right, it says speaker view.
Yep.
And then it has gallery view.
Top right.
Kim, how we doing today?
Fail.
Hanging in there, man. How you doing?
Yeah, you
Don't
going
let go.
in the background there?
It's the Matrix glitching.
Yeah, it is.
The blinds break the green screen effect.
We were glitching last night. Wow.
Chris, when are you starting these live streams?
The workouts? Well, we're gonna probably weekly roll out new classes. So first on the docket is probably Angela's class next week. But I think we're just gonna do like a beta test run next week to kind of see what the process is of getting people signed up on our new with our new website and everything. And I'm trying to figure out try to streamline. I was brainstorming earlier thinking maybe there's like a quicker way just for classes so you don't have to go through the whole registration process because there's so many different things you got to do right now. Because basically we're setting it all up as if you were a client coming in for physical, like in person, getting all those systems digitized. So we have a lot more intake information than we probably need for like just an online class. So probably streamline that between now and then. Have a more easy interface for just class participation. But yeah, lots of things.
Okay. Well, keep us all posted on that. I'll join the Zoom and like turn my camera off and like make noises like I'm doing the exercise. I'll be like, Chris will be like, dude, we haven't started yet.
Yeah, but I'm finished.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, what's up, Jackie?
How's it going?
What's
Not
up?
bad, not bad. See, we've got all the permissions locked down in this one on who can share, and then you can auto mute and all the rest of that. So in your future cocktail connections, then you can just like mad mute everyone. Just be like,
Yeah.
like fuck your politics talk. You got to set rules up front though. That's part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was testing it out very much this week to see kind of how I wanted to run things. So I was kind of glad that it was limited people because then as it builds, I would definitely need to use the like raise hand feature or something like that because especially when people start getting really heavy on conversation.
You have to make sure that we understand how to get people in there. Where is that tab? How do we get to it?
Yeah, I don't know. I've got it. Does everybody have a tab on the right of their screen with the people's names, like a little chat thing?
That's where if you just click participants, you'll see it.
Yeah, participants.
At the bottom,
I'm clicking
there's
on
invite
Lauren.
participants.
I'm gonna
All
rate
I'm seeing is just the list. I don't see that grid. And Michael, I went to that right top page. There's no such thing on mine, and I'm now on my MacBook.
In the
Are you
MacBook,
in the
it's
browser? Are you using the browser app? Because I'm using the browser too, and I don't see it as well.
Oh yeah, the
Okay.
browser app's not going to have many features, I'm sure.
You say the loser app?
The browser app.
The loser?
I could share my screen and show you what I got. I don't know if that's helpful.
That's all right. I mean, I can see people when they start talking, their faces come up, and that's when it's important.
You should be able to, Barry, you should be able to, you don't see in the top right where it says speaker view at all?
No.
You got to scroll your mouse over it. Move your mouse over. Because sometimes a lot of stuff won't pop up unless you move your mouse or tap on a black part of the screen.
Move your mouth, Barry, just slowly.
I've got a thing that says full screen.
Lauren,
Where you at?
Done.
I'm feeling around and I'm seeing nothing.
You know.
Lower, just a little lower, Barry.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's quite all right.
Lower,
Mike, I'm just fascinated by
lower.
looking at how you worked your book into that background. That's awesome.
The guy's got to eat, man.
and now I don't see the raised hand view thing anymore, Michael.
If you allow me to share screen, I'll show you what I got.
Fuck.
I see the raise hand under the participants.
Oh, under participants?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Tolisano's raising his hand. I'm raising my hand.
I raised my hand 10 minutes ago. Is that still up?
Yeah.
I'm clapping, and now I'm not clapping.
Wait, how do you even do that?
What up, Kathleen?
Hey.
Oh, it stays raised.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that
It's kind
off?
of weird. I thought it would come on your little picture. Like if you'd see your hand on your actual screen.
It used to. I don't know why it's not tonight. Maybe that's a permission that's got set. Maybe the
Maybe
pirate
there's
just deactivated it.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have done it that because you're looking at everybody's faces and then to look over and see their hand raised.
I don't know. And it's annoying.
We are recording this.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know.
Zoom like pushed a whole bunch of updates and shit today too, because apparently
Yeah,
they've got
that's-
all sorts of security issues and blah 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 blah. You know.
Think?
Hey, Sidey.
Sidey. She learned how to bike ride last night.
Oh, or maybe I don't see raise hand because I'm the host.
Right. Why would the host want to see people raising their hands?
No, I'm able to see it when you raise your hand. Tolisano's got his raised right now. Oh,
I turned it off.
and
Hold on.
I just
there.
lowered yours. All right, and now yours is, and now I can lower yours too. So
Well, I pushed all the buttons one after another, so I think I broke it, and now it's stuck on raised hand.
You broke the internet, Chris, once again.
damn it.
Only the third time today.
Hey, Kim.
How is Kim even able to be here right now? She needs to be posting more pictures on Facebook.
Oh my God, you're funny.
How do you have time to do anything else?
It's all right. I have them programmed. The feed will continue.
That's amazing. If you guys don't follow Kim, she has the best pictures ever. Every pretty much 10 minutes. And
They're called memes, Chris. Memes.
memes.
Jesus.
Memes.
Games.
Like genes. Mental genes.
Mental genes. Like Billie Jean.
Oh, we are totally going to get down on some karaoke at some point. I love how Michael muted himself without muting himself. Because he just wanted it to look like he was singing, but he wasn't actually willing to commit to the joke.
Right, exactly. Got 2/3 of the way there and let it roll. Julie, you sat still here for 40 seconds. Usually you're zipping around, you're in your car. You got bunny ears on? Oh, that's cute.
Ears.
Something. What are they, kitty ears?
Cat ears.
Cats, rabbits.
And something with the eyebrows.
Could this be?
Who could it be now?
What up, Joel?
Hello,
You're muted by
everybody.
default, Joel.
Hello, everybody.
What's
Our
happening?
tiles are getting smaller and smaller. It's getting more and more fun.
Getting smaller.
I wish I had tiles.
Me
I
too.
don't. And that's okay.
What's that?
Maybe
Michael,
Maybe
in your
someone can-
recording, you'll probably want to stay on speaker view, especially as it starts getting big, because otherwise you won't be able to see shit.
Stay on speaker.
Yeah,
Oh,
speaker
got
view.
it. Yeah, okay.
That way it's putting whoever's talking up on the big screen so you can see them.
Well, now I see you. I like the
Actually,
gallery. though.
There's not enough of those available these days, so don't take it if you don't need it.
Right. Anybody have anybody getting stir crazy yet? A little bit.
I think, to be perfectly honest, I have spent roughly 13 minutes outside in the last 17 days.
You go outside.
Probably.
A lot.
My wife's been working from home and video conferencing like 5 to 6 hours a day, so I've actually been in the office where there's nobody. So it's nice.
Got to get that vitamin D.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the weather's been fantastic lately.
Thank God for Florida.
Thank God.
Michael, you have no head.
Well,
Oh, no, he has a head, just no brain.
I've got no brain.
It's my birthday yesterday. I got no brain.
No brain left.
All right, so it's about 6:25. I'm going to go refill my drink real quick, and then we'll start our actual meeting structure right after that, 6:30.
There we go.
Do I need to go get myself a drink?
Nice.
All right, I got my vitamin D for the day. Come back in. There's too many coronaviruses out here. So what's the whole T-shirt across the face thing? Is that the new thing now?
What are you talking about?
I'm
Oh,
seeing everybody all around wearing T-shirts across. I guess maybe because they're out of mask, but I just don't get it. Like you're outside riding your bike. What is that going to do?
Oh well, it's a cheap way of getting the dust and smog out of your face in Southeast Asia and China. The pollution's so bad. As soon as you walk out, you have to wear something.
yeah,
Even
but people here are wearing them now. Like I see somebody was going for a walk in my neighborhood wearing a mask.
Yeah, I'm like, what is that going to do for preventing anything?
you
Nothing.
notice it's the only people.
It's all about the particulates.
The particulates.
All in their head.
Particulates in the
Sure,
air.
it's not people that just get close to you, because I don't. see it.
I don't know. I mean, I saw some lady driving in the car the other day in her own car by herself with one of the mask on. I'm just like, is it a fashion statement? I'm like, I'm all about protecting other people from getting coronavirus. So I'm gonna wear this mask just so people can see me wear it. I mean, I
think
get it if
they
you're going to a store or something. Put
They
it
don't
on.
understand how it works. I think
So
that's it.
wearing a
That's
mask.
probably the best.
Okay, he's wearing a mask, right? He's allegedly protecting himself, but he's driving down the street with his phone on his. Which is the bigger problem here? Come on, man. I just go seriously. You're wearing a mask, but you're not paying attention to the road, and you're texting somebody.
You want to know what has coronavirus? My wallet. This thing has touched every other person's card that I've gone to see. This thing definitely has coronavirus on it.
Nice.
You should wipe it down with some alcohol.
Oh, I do. But nobody else does.
Oh, I cleaned my wallet the other day. I cleaned everything in it.
Ooh, I'm throwing mine out after all this, I think.
No, every time I use it, I clean.
I feel like I have to be safe in here because Kim has a full-on level 3 biohazard routine set up in the kitchen when things come in the house. So if I'm not safe here, then fuck, no one is.
Whew. Interesting times.
I do think that the CDC is considering putting out new rules like they do every day for people wearing masks when they are in public, just because of the fact that there's so many people who are asymptomatic So they think that that may help with the spread for those people who are not showing symptoms. I don't know if they officially passed it. I read that 2 days ago in the New York Times, so I haven't seen it since then.
Yeah, and that's valid when you're near people. You should.
Right.
That's a respectful thing to me. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. But I've seen dozens of people walking down the street in my neighborhood, like where there's not anybody for 100 yards, and they're wearing a mask. Like,
Yeah.
that's just kind of wasting a mask.
Or you got a mask on. Come on.
Right.
I mean, I'm not doing that.
6 feet, people.
Trisha, you're
6
muted.
feet.
I just unmuted.
6 feet.
Make it work.
At least they're wearing a mask, you know? Better than the
Who is there?
Hello, Patricia
Hey.
and Rainier.
I like it.
Oh, hey!
I like it.
Hey, Michael! Hey, what's up?
going on?
Where's your chill lounge masks?
How about some Bezos?
Hey! Wait, hold on.
Here, my video. That's better.
This is Barry. There's Barry is here too, no? Very lovely there.
That's right. It's an ESC reunion.
Are we all
Hey,
gonna
Salsa
start
Ray just
crying
came in.
for all our lost business? Let's cry all together now for 1 second for our
Yeah,
lost
everybody
business.
cry, yes.
Cry for all the lost money.
I wish it was over.
Yeah.
If we had the bell, Michael, that would be the time.
Messed up. I think it's time. I think it's time in the Burg for a great party. Chill Lounge Night has to come back, right?
Yes.
Nova.
Yes.
One day.
How about Zoom? How about Zoom Lounge?
We had
Zoom
a
Lounge
party
sounds
last
good
night
too.
before. That's still
Zoom
legal.
Lounge.
Zoom Lounge, yeah.
That sounds good.
You need virtual furniture and I need a virtual venue.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
hey,
that's a
Michael.
great background.
I mean, Michael. I mean, the problem is we just don't. And I feel for all the promoters because I was in that business for 12 years. You know, I did 49 events. 5 got canceled because of rain, and I had to do it again. You know, so you never know. And here we don't know. We set up a new date, but we don't know if it's happening. You know.
Yep. Well,
Yeah, that's the hard
we'll
part.
see how it goes. That's basically the general concern with everyone, you know, is uncertainty.
Yeah, because you know the sponsors, you know, you have to get into sponsors, and I mean, I feel for everybody. It's I don't know what to say, and the problem is, you know, there are so many people they don't take it serious, and they whatever, and we want to find a way to get this over with very fast. But at the moment, there's so much stuff happening. What could have happened 2 weeks ago? Now we know we already lost 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's very frustrating that it wasn't quick. But
that's the human race, how we are, you know, how we are together.
Oh no, I think that's Americans and how we are. As someone who lived in a police mandated quarantine for a hot minute, it's an American problem.
Well, Patricia is from Peru, you know, and of course they handle it a little bit different. She just talked with her sister, and they have now they have more restricted stuff going on now.
Women can only go out 3 times a week alone to buy food, and men can go out Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. It's crazy.
Yeah. I saw an article about some of the restrictions that China is using so that they can get a handle on this, and the Americans just wouldn't accept it.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, it's America. I mean, I love America. I'm from Germany, you know, and I love to be in America. But of course, the problem is sometimes America only thinks there is only America. You know, there is no one world. They don't. Normally, you know, you don't get all the information. You only think about yourself, you know, and that's a big problem.
We're going to take that perfect segue opportunity as it turns 6:30 to shift into our full-on ESC mode. Welcome, everyone, to our ESC virtual Zoom. I'm Chris Jenkins, your host for the evening. Also, founding member Michael Novilla up in the corner, recovering from his birthday yesterday. So, you know, he'll be hit or miss tonight. Rules of ESC and it's been a difficult time enforcing some of these because so many of these things are intertwined, but I'll put them out there as a reminder and try to moderate as best I can. No religion, no politics, no liars, bullies, thieves, or racists. We're all trying to work together here to make sure that we do good business, that we create a rising tide that lifts all ships. So let's keep it focused on the things that matter. We start every meeting with our 15-second pitch. That's your name, the name of your company, a brief synopsis of what you do when you're not in Corona lockdown. If you'd like to throw in what you're drinking tonight, that's absolutely fine as well. I'm Chris Jenkins. I am the Chief Digital Officer for the Symphony Agency. We create all sorts of kick-ass turnkey digital marketing and systems integration packages for our clients everywhere. I haven't worked on my pitch in a while, and I'm having a martini, so thanks everyone. Chris Jenkins, the Symphony Agency. I'm going to call these out since we don't have a round table to go with. I'm going to do it from my view. Lauren Davenport, you'd be next. Oh, also,
can you mute if you're not?
If you're not talking, mute.
Yeah, can you mute Patty and you guys when you're not going? So it's
Oh yeah.
I just made it easy.
I'm Lauren. I work with Chris at Symphony, and I'm having a vodka soda.
And next is Eric.
Hi, everybody. I'm Eric Olson. I own Pedal Pub. We used to cart people around from bar to bar, but that's all done now. So it's hoping to get back in business someday. Again, Eric Olson, Pedal Pub, and I'm drinking a cheap-ass Land Shark beer.
Outstanding. I'm not mad at Land Shark. Chris Tolisano. Unmute yourself, you Blink 182 looking son of a bitch.
I knew it was muted. I wasn't saying anything. This is what I do. I own Best Day Fitness and Floats. We work out. So Best Day Fitness and Floats, bridging the gap between personal training and physical therapy, transitioning all of our service into a virtual services. We're going to start doing one-on-one personal training and group classes. So we're going to roll that out over the next week or two. Best Day Fitness and Floats, Christopher Tolisano, and I am currently about to start my second highlight.
That was probably one of the most dynamic pitches I've ever seen. Kim J. Kim?
Sorry, I heard Nick something. I'm like, who? So, Kim Jenkins, V Spicery. We still have the freshest seasoning and spices in the Bay Area, and we are available online at vspicery.com. Still shipping out orders every day. Thank you for your support, people. I love you. Tonight's edition is brought to you by Crown Vanilla and Coke Zero. Thank you so much.
Barry Lively.
Hi, I'm Barry Lively, and my company, my brand is Be Lively Images. And many, many years ago, I went to ESC back in 2012 and 13, and my slogan was, I take pictures that make both of us money. The point being, elicit curiosity and evoke emotion. Thank you very much for your help back in those days. And right now, one of the things that I'm focusing on that's keeping me successful is 3D virtual tours for realtors. Thanks for having me. And I think that says, happy birthday, Michael. Happy birthday, Michael.
Beautiful. Kathleen Seide.
Hey there, I'm Kathleen Seide. I have a company called Seide Realty. We've been operating for about 11 years. We help people find the right house in the right neighborhood for them, a perfect little spot for their lifestyle. I specialize in, I have a history of renovation and design and properties. So I have a really good eye for looking at potential problems as you're looking at a house and helping you develop a vision on what something might be. Again, Kathleen Seide, Seide Realty.
Beautiful. Joel Friedman.
Joel Friedman here with 200 Dogs Video Production. We do video production, video marketing. Used to do a lot of shooting. Now we're really doing mostly editing. trying to still help our clients with some shoots that we can do either from existing material that they have, stuff that they're shooting on their own, or just fully just stock footage that so that people can keep their marketing efforts going during this time and doing it that way. So any way we can. Still trying to figure out if there's a way that we're allowed to go on site or have people come to our studio. But as of today, I'm not sure that's going to happen anymore.
Understood. Jennifer Cruz.
Hi, my name is Jennifer, and I am the owner of Just Cuz Chocolates. Me, I make homemade dark chocolate cups. Think peanut butter, almond butter, raspberry. If you picture Reese's, but much more decadent and savory. Jennifer, Just Cuz Chocolates, and I've been trying to hold off on this for a little bit, but COVID got me to it because we don't have virtual shows. Arlene helped me with this nice new business card, Michael Novella, so I can stop getting when we actually see each other face to face. So new business card, Just Cuz Chocolates.
Actually, Arlene can send you a ping of that's big enough to screen share, and we can all do a virtual review next time.
Let's not say we did.
It looks great. Good to see you, Jennifer. Jacqueline.
All right. Hey, everyone. Jacqueline Crisanti here. I am the owner of the JDC Experience, which is an event coordinating company. Currently, two things that I've been working on is hosting Latin events and speed dating events. So obviously, a lot of my events have gotten canceled through this time, but I've actually switched to virtual. So I'm doing Zoom single meetups with donation to my page. So that's going to be interesting for me to launch because I'm used to doing it. It's obviously a lot different than speed dating in person. But I'm excited for it. And again, Jacqueline Crisanti with the JDC Experience.
Excellent. Patricia and Ranier.
Hi, can you hear me? Oh. Hola.
We can hear you now.
Oh, well, my name is Patricia Filomeno, and I have a company called Ink Graphics, and I do branding web, and I started doing video about over a year ago. So, but that's it. That's it. That's what I do.
Beautiful.
And Rainer, what do you do?
Well, my name is Rainer Scheer, Chill Lounge Night founder from the Ultimate Outdoor Lounge Party. Everybody in St. Pete area knows, of course, Chill Lounge Night at beautiful Straub Park. And I would love to bring one back sooner than later, after when everything is over. But the last 3 years, my Florida furniture rental business exploded. So I did a lot of furniture rentals all over Florida, especially with DMCs, destination management companies. I have a lot of great furniture, LED furniture, leather furniture. And Michael, I hope one day we can do some cool events, maybe white parties with LED stuff at your place. And it's a little bit boring at the moment, of course, so a lot of events got canceled. You will see very soon in a video we did 2 days ago. We created a dinner in the warehouse. So basically, we ordered online and picked up food and had a great, unique furniture setting in our warehouse and enjoyed our dinner. So you will see it soon on video. We love you all. Be safe. Wish everybody success, and I hope this is over very, very soon.
Beautiful. Thank you. Julia Marie. You're muted.
Well, hello.
There you go.
I'm Julia Marie. I'm a master herbalist, and I do anything for the business that I'm working for, which is a Path to Wellness. And I'm currently investigating and doing a lot of research into this whole virus thing. And I'm creating a big summary, a PDF of 25 herbs that can help you boost your immune system and keep you strong during this time. So if, let's say, you drank tea or something, you can drink some tea. Like licorice is excellent for your body, except if you have high blood pressure. So I'm like trying to be like the Bill Nye of herbs right now, with like, you know, just.
All right. Well, welcome back, Julia. Angela.
Hi guys, Angela here. I am starting a new coffee shop in South Pasadena, Java Coffee Lounge Plus. It's J-A-H. Jah in the Rasta culture means God or the universe, so it's going to be reggae all day, good roots reggae, and the plus stands for CBD. So we'll have CBD products, CBD coffee, CBD protein, smoothies, acai bowls, and just great yummy desserts. So Jennifer might need to talk to you about your chocolates. And also I teach reggae aerobics, and it's an awesome way to work out. Gonna do a live stream with Chris at Best Day Fitness. So stay tuned for Java Coffee Lounge.
Beautiful. I was having problems unmuting there. Arlene.
Hi, my name is Arlene Aranza-Mendez of Aranza-Mendez. For over 23 years, I have been a creative brand strategist who has built a portfolio for local, regional, and global brands. And I specialize in digital print, anything social media marketing. And that's pretty much it. Arlene Aranza-Mendez of Aranza-Mendez.
Excellent. Sansere? Oh, you're muted still. You had muted both your camera and your microphone.
Me or
There
okay.
we go. Perfect.
Am I good now?
Yep.
Okay. Sansere Denard with Healthcare Solutions team. I've saved over 1,700 self-employed and small business owners up to 40% on their healthcare. I have access to over 1,200 plans with health, dental, vision, and cancer insurance. I primarily focus on small business owners and self-employed, but there is a plan for every need and budget, as well as every situation. Sansere Denard Healthcare Solutions team.
Excellent. We got to check your stuff out sometime. Susan Leonidas.
Hi everybody, my name is Susan Leonidas. I knew you guys back when I had my private chefing business in Tampa, and I just want to say we're now residents of St. Pete. We moved out here in August. Yes, we made the move. We are on the beach, babies. We're in Boca Ciega Point, and I just recently left a I recently left the network marketing industry, and now I'm booting up a personal coaching business. It's gonna probably take me a couple of months to get that up and running. What are my needs? Website development, think tank, all kinds.
Actually, hang on to your needs for just a second, because that's literally our very next segment.
Okay, I apologize, but I'm very happy to be out here. I am my husband and I are calm. We're happy. We love it. We are a mile from the beach, and it's I just love Corona. I love quarantining in paradise.
Excellent. Deneen Kipp.
Hello, you guys. It's been a long time. I'm Deneen Kipp of Deneen Kipp Coaching and Consulting. I'm a career and leadership development coach, and I help people solve those problems that are preventing them from having the work lives that are fulfilling, rewarding, exciting, and dare I say fun. Again, I'm Deneen from Deneen Kipp Coaching and Consulting.
Excellent. And last, but definitely not leadies, Tony.
Late edition. What is this, the elevator pitch?
Yes.
Oh, right, okay. Hello, I'm Tony Michaelidis. I'm a former record PR executive from back in the day, working with lots of major artists. And I'm a published author and a speaker. And now I'm entering, a radio. I have a radio show as well. And now I'm going to be doing a podcast. Tony Michaelidis.
Excellent. Well, this is going to be one that's potentially...
Hey,
Tony, mute yourself when you're not talking.
Hey, Chris, let me pitch real quick.
Oh, fuck. How the fuck did I miss that?
because usually I go first. So,
Oh, actually, you know what's funny is because I was moving to the right and you're to the left of me in my big screen. Michael Novilla, please.
Hey everyone, I'm Michael Novilla, the founder of where we normally hang out, Nova 535 Unique Event Space, and founder of the Entrepreneur Social Club. Tonight I'm pitching my new, very funny book. It's 5 a.m. Go Home. It's about weddings, parties, and events that are so good, your guests don't want to leave. And again, my name is Michael Scott Novilla. It's 5 a.m. Go Home. Thank you.
Fantastic. Our host with the most, make sure that you check out his book, It's 5 a.m. Go Home, on Amazon. And make sure that you do it under the smile.amazon with Little Light of Mine as your selected charity. Boom. That's a double win. Now, I do... I want to do wants and needs tonight. I know that everyone is going to be in like wildly different places on that. And I also know that information is high on that list. So I would like it if people would use the raise your hand feature, which if you click on participants, I think is where you can get to the raise your hand section. And I'll go through each of y'all as you raise your hand. And when I call on you, please unraise your hand after that so that you drop off the list there. So starting with, first one I saw was Very Lively.
Hello, everybody. My wants and needs are, in this case, more of what's going on. I put a little ad out. I don't know if anybody saw it regarding the 3D virtual tours, which is a safe way for realtors to be able to show properties and do it virtually in this time of staying COVID clean. So I'm able to go into the house and I'm there by myself. I'm the only heartbeat in the house. I've got my gloves and my mask on, and I get in there and I create a three-dimensional tour, which I have put out there for everybody to see, which was done yesterday. And so what I'm looking for, and I have put the word out, are realtors that are really adhering to this and paying attention to safety, and trying to get their message out to a bigger audience, and being able to be on a phone or a Zoom call and walk through a virtual tour with someone who might be in another city or another country that's interested in moving to the Tampa Bay area. So anybody has any needs in that regard, or if anybody knows of any realtors that are feeling like they're stuck and could use a very innovative way to show the property, it would help. And so that would be it, just getting the word out that there's a safe way to show these houses.
Also, people, if you have a good suggestion for these, instead of us like trying to manage multiple people talking simultaneously with being able to answer a want or a need, if you click on that person's face and their little 3 dots, you can chat to them directly. So for the purposes of our wants and needs, if you can help answer any of these things, feel free to like wave your hand or something if you want to catch attention, but click on their little 3 dots and chat to them directly and let them know what the resources you are. I think it's going to help us move a little faster on these. Susan.
Okay, what are my wants and needs? Basically everything. I'm looking for somebody to assist me with creating my website. Probably Patricia, I remember you were with Working Women of Tampa Bay. It'll definitely be a really good resource. Oh God, what else am I going to be needing? Once I get through my training and everything, which I'm doing this month, introductions. I'm going to be looking for other really cool networking groups to check out. God, what else am I going to need? Jesus Christmas. Website, introductions. I'm going to be doing speaking engagements. What I'm going to be doing, I don't know if you guys remember Carol Housebrook. She was a realtor in the area. She was doing the passion test. That's what I'm going to be basing my business on, the passion test. So, and I'm also going to be looking for 10 warm bodies who want to do the passion test for free. Those are my wants and needs right now. So if anybody can assist me with that, please hit me up here, or you can find me on Facebook.
Beautiful.
Hey, I'll throw in real quick. If you haven't done the passion test, it's a little more scientific and in depth than it might sound. We did it years ago, and it forces you by asking, if I'm remembering correctly, it asks you, do you want to do this or this? And you choose one, and then you go up and you finally
Right. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
it is actually very clarifying, because us entrepreneurs always want to do a lot of things, but
Right.
it forces you to get to a final answer, the one thing that's going to make you the most passionate or happy. I'm glad I took it. I thought it was very interesting. It takes, what, an hour maybe?
Yeah, it takes about an hour to do it, but it's a 3-part process. You read the book by Janet Atwood and Chris Atwood, then you go through the passion test itself, then you create a vision board, and you start to manifest those top 5 passions into your life.
And that's not Margaret Atwood's family, just to be clear. It's a very
Right.
different series.
They're out of California. They're out of Iowa. Janet's in Iowa, and Chris is now in Germany.
Okay, ding, 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 ding. Keeping the wants and needs moving forward. Thank you, Michael. Kim. I see your hand up. Is your hand not up currently?
No, I did not raise my hand.
Oh, well, now it's gone. Actually, nope. You are definitely hand up. I don't know what the hell to tell you. Or maybe that's a reaction. Aha. Joel.
Well, like I said, since the governor has done this statewide ban on everything else, even though video is an essential part of everybody's business, it doesn't qualify under the health restrictions. So we've actually moved to a pay what you can model. So we're just trying to help people out right now in this time. And if you need video production, if you want video production, pay what you can, approach me with an offer, and we'll get something done for you. Again, it's going to have to use either footage you create, images you already have, or stock footage, but we can definitely still help people.
Hey, Chris, let me throw in real quick. If you guys want to put your name, you can hit the 3 buttons in the top right, and you can put your business name like some of us have done, in case that way everybody that might not know you knows what business you're in. Like Lauren Davenport, who's super famous Globetrotter now, she might want to put her business in there. Just saying. Thanks.
Where is that again?
The top if you click on your image, there's 3 little dots. Click on that, and you can rename yourself. And that's my public service announcement. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Real quick, and while anybody else is thinking of wants or needs, Mimi, we'd love for you to do your 15-second pitch, please.
Hold on, I'm transitioning. Sorry. It was kind of loud in my house, so I'm moving.
We're all just going to wait for you awkwardly.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I was trying to, hey.
You notice if we weren't at brick and mortar, there would have been a different timing here.
Just relax, Michael. Leave me alone. Happy birthday again. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Mimi Lang. I am your local State Farm agent. I do everything, of course, from auto, home, life, health. And right now I am doing a lot of listening to complaints and just unhappy people, trying to help them help themselves and help them get through this. Mimi Lang, your local State Farm agent.
And we are happy that you're our State Farm agent.
Well, thank you.
Any other wants and needs? I'm going to give like another 30 seconds or so. If anybody wants to throw your hand up, now is the time. Michael?
I get an analog hand. If you haven't, you guys know that Nova is where we normally hang out. We are closed now. We'll be closed for 8 weeks. So certainly that is 15% of our total annual potential revenue gone. So those of you in the hospitality industry can feel our pain. So what I'm asking is, if you want to support, you can buy a copy of my book. It is very funny, I think. I know the author. And if you're
funny, I can guarantee it's funny.
And if you and what?
Oh, I said I can guarantee it's funny.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, if you guys, if you want to grab a copy and just say something nice online if you buy it. Well, it's in the back right behind me, it's 5amgohome.com. Thank you. And thanks, Lauren, and everybody else who supported. Thanks, Eric.
Hey, I got it, but I have to put a comment on Amazon. Did you hear me?
That would be nice.
Yes, we heard you. And he would love that, yes.
I would love that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Something
I have
nice.
to put a review. I will put 7 stars.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm loving all y'all's outside backgrounds because that's the most outside I've seen in weeks.
And I just want to say I enjoyed that book, and I'm going to be suggesting it to all my friends in the hospitality industry, regardless of where they are. And I got a lot of them in New York.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Eric just asked in chat, so let's just make that a question. It almost kind of fits in with wants and needs, I think. He said, who here has lost 100% of their business like me and Michael? Just curious. Who is 100% out right now? Joel looks like pretty much close to. Chris, definitely, yeah, I know you're shut down hard. And Eric, right, you were the starter.
Yeah,
and
I still have
Jacqueline.
I still have a little bit left, but most 95% of my work is gone.
Gotcha. And where did you go? Damn it, I hate it when it moves this around.
Yeah.
Jacqueline, yours is primarily event based as well, yeah?
Yeah, I usually host everything at bars and restaurants. So since they're closed, I'm shut down. So I'm trying the whole virtual thing, but it's hard to kind of charge for that because it's not the same experience. So I'm just hoping doing these free virtual events will just keep my name and my brand so that when people come back, they'll rebuy tickets, because I was nice enough to reimburse all the tickets instead of keeping them. I felt that was the right thing.
Wow. Yeah, that was a big move on your part.
Yeah, I just felt like that was better than me keeping everybody's money and then them hating me.
Do you have a plan to, I mean, because it's, you have essentially an audience-based business, and the venue is a driver of the audience, but that's not the only way to build an audience. Do you have a plan to like pivot into audience building using virtual tools?
Yeah, so I have Facebook groups that, keep my audience pretty engaged. And I'm splitting those up. So I have an LGBT singles group now, a professional singles group, and then a BS singles group for everybody else, because that one gets a little crazy. And then I started the virtual free or donation. So if you can donate, great. If not, it's cool. Just hop on. And we've been just touching upon like how to better yourself as a single person, just little things like that. The Latin events are a little bit harder to do, but I've been talking to some salsa instructors to see if I can get like a virtual event going where people can learn a salsa class and donate to me and the teacher as well. So I'm working on a couple ideas to try to be virtual, but at the same time, so many people have lost their job. It's kind of hard to expect those things. So.
Well, I mean, it's, as much as possible, hopefully for everyone who's working together right now to try and create new audience platforms, I'm hoping to see a lot of synergy between all of those people. I know that a few folks in the club are working on like some solutions like Donnie and Jackie, or Jacqueline, Donnie and Jackie, right? Manchillos. They are working on some restaurant platform type stuff. There's other people that are working on like virtual solutions, which might help people pivot quickly at low cost, which I think is a big, like a big qualifier. Free would be excellent. But hopefully all of you can kind of shift in that direction simultaneously as some good solutions come out. See, Greg snuck in late. Can we get your pitch, brother?
Yeah, my name is Greg from Body Nutrition, and we do nutritional supplements and manufacture them, and so that's why I'm here. Was my microphone on? Yeah, I think so. Was it on? Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. Perfect. Okay, cool. And you've already got a business that primarily does its sales online, right?
Yeah, well, 70% of our business is probably manufacturing for other brands. So we're seeing, we're seeing some upticks in some distribution areas and some downticks on more. Probably seeing more downticks than we're seeing upticks. I don't do any immunity products. From what I've heard is from some of my competitors, is those who do immunity products are this is like a windfall for them. But we're seeing, it's across the board. I think overall the trend is definitely down for us. But yeah, we do have a significant distribution online. But you know, who knows where it's going to be in 3 months? I feel like a lot of the demand has been hoarding kind of type of behavior. And I think, you know, in 3 months, hopefully we get to some sort of stabilization in the economy and people look at their pantries and see kind of they bought too much product. And so, so I'm a little bit nervous in the channels where we're seeing too much or a real uptick that, you know, we're actually going to see a downtick. Not just a reversion to the mean, but to the downside, you know, in 3 months when people were like, wow, I hoarded this stuff. Now we're going to have to work through it. And then on the areas where we're seeing on the distribution, where we're seeing a downtick, hopefully, you know, in 3 months, most of, we'll see that revert back to the mean. It's going to be hard to tell though. I think, you know, I don't know how many of our, we've never run really great demographic statistics on our customer base, but I think most, you know, I think most of our customers generally have jobs still, even though they're working from home. So I think, you know, I don't know how many of our customers worked in the retail sector or whatever, where they were furloughed or laid off, but you know, this is going to be something to see, and it's going to be definitely a systemic demand issue.
Interesting to see like how many businesses are able to quickly virtualize. Oh, I hate that message when it pops up. Your internet connection is unstable. Was I stuttering for anyone?
No.
Good. Okay. Makes me all insecure.
Not more than normal.
What did you say,
Yeah.
Chris? I heard you twice.
God damn it.
I'm just kidding.
Fuck with right now. Playing with
I
my
do have
emotions.
something to add when you're.
Well, it's see how many businesses are capable of quickly virtualizing, and it's important that all businesses that can do, because those are the things that help keep revenue moving and keep the business economy moving. You know, so like if there is a method to be able to do that, then like I'd love to be a part of helping in whatever way that is. You know, I can show you how to set up G Suite and a Slack channel if you need to, like that kind of thing quickly, but.
Hey,
it is important
Chris?
to keep those businesses going. Yeah.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Patty.
Oh, I have to leave because I have to send this label to a guy that's waiting for it. So.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming in.
Yeah, it was nice to see you guys.
Bye, Patty.
Bye. Happy birthday. Ciao. Cheers. Bye.
Later.
Ciao.
So Chris,
Mimi.
I do want to share something. So one of my so of course my business is still going, but it's been extremely slow. I haven't laid off any of my employees, and it's been very difficult. So anybody who wants to call me to get a quote and let me take a look at their insurance, I mean, I'm not asking you to give me anything free. Just support me in that way so that I can continue to keep my people employed. But one of the things that one of my employees, her wife is, she's part of a marketing firm. And one of the things that they've developed is they've seen in other cities around the country, they have what's called virtual tip jars. So what they've done is they've created a virtual tip jar for the people of the city who, are still, doing okay, to help out those, their favorite bars, restaurant, coffee shops, clubs, and salons that have lost, that completely lost their jobs. So this is one, and I'm going to, she sent it to me via text. So I'm just going to send it over to you, Chris, so that you can upload it, or, or you can tell me how to figure it out. But this is kind of what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see that. My unmanicured fingernails. Thank you very much. Don't look at those. But it's cool because it's for, business owners to send over to their employees and have them upload their information. I mean, everybody has a favorite, I instantly think about, at brick and mortar, Dustin, he's my favorite, and I feel bad he doesn't have a job. So it's kind of a way for the community to actually, help out those who have, been hurt during this time and so I thought this was really cool, and I thought it was something that I told her that I wanted to share, and I'll share with you guys.
Mimi,
Definitely share the link out. I would just say, just as a note of caution, it's there are going to be a lot of services that pop up regarding helping people pool money these days. And some of them are going to be managed well and some of them won't. So it's, you know, I absolutely encourage.
This one goes directly to the people though.
Yeah. Well, it's however it works, you know.
Yeah, so it's not something where it goes to like a group and then it goes out. It literally, it's like, you know, their Cash App or Venmo or, you know, whatever it is, you know. So I thought that was something worth sharing.
Is there advantage to using
absolutely,
this versus
absolutely.
Venmo?
Huh?
Is there advantage to use this versus something like Venmo?
No. It says put whatever your Venmo is, your PayPal account if you have one, and then it just asks different things about the people, asks them to share their pictures. So it's kind of, you know,
it's like a virtual tip profile.
Yes.
Hey, my name's Justin, and I work here, and this is how you can tip me.
Yeah, share the link out. Put it out in, put it out in chat, and of course, put it out on group if you think it's appropriate there too.
Okay, sounds good.
Word.
ChrisTalesano@gmail.com. Just Venmo me as much money as you want.
Bend away, baby.
Speaking of Chris Talesano, I would like to paste, hopefully, there we go. I'm pasting into the chat right now. Or no chat, see, I'm so Slack tuned. I'm pasting into the group chat right now a link to the site, bestdayfitness.com. Chris has just set up user registration through MindBody, which is a sort of a fitness scheduling and planner type app. And what he would like all of us to do is walk through how efficient or how painful the user registration process is. So what I'm going to do is give Chris Talesano the mic for about 5 minutes while I go refill my martini, since we don't have a Vanessa here. And he can talk to you about what he's trying to accomplish. If you'd hit the link and walk through the new user account creation process, and then we're going to give everyone a chance to provide your feedback to him and tell him how much it either sucks or rocks.
You send her a virtual tip, she might show up. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
She actually asked me tonight, and I said yes, we did need a virtual bartender, but I don't think she liked the virtual pay. So
fair enough. Chris, it's your mic.
Okay. If you guys want to join along my journey, I would super duper appreciate that. So we just got our website live 2 weeks ago, and now that I'm going to go to virtual services, 2 weeks ago we were not in lockdown quarantine, or maybe we were, I don't know, I've lost track of time. But since I had to close down my gym, I've decided to fast forward my business plan into doing more virtual online services sooner. So I'm just trying to get people logged in and registered on my website as quickly and easily as possible so that they can access our trainers and class schedule, and they can book classes and one-on-one sessions with our trainers. So if you, I don't know who all, please feel free to ask questions. And I don't really know what Chris wanted me to do, if I can screen share or if you guys are looking at the site.
it's probably, Chris, it's probably easiest if everybody just goes to it on their phone or their device.
Okay, yeah. And
you want to share the screen, but it gets to be more messy. So, and we can.
Yeah, if you click the link that he put in, that'll work. If you do www, it's not going to work. I'm going to have to redirect that right now. So if you just put bestdayfitness.com on your device or on your phone, that should come up. And if anybody gets any problems, please let me know.
Real quick.
Yeah,
go ahead, Lauren.
So I didn't give any information about what I do. So I founded the company that Chris works for. So I've done a little bit of everything that our company does. Real quick and easy thing that you can do just as a tweak that will improve your conversions overnight is you really need a call to action color. So I love the aqua color that you're using. It's beautiful, it's relaxing, but your book now button doesn't stand out enough. So it doesn't look like from the rest of the site that you have a real bold call to action color. Whoever designed it did a great job. It's beautiful. I would talk to that designer and I would ask them, like, what is a red, what is an orange that will mesh with the rest of your design and still make it look beautiful, but that will make that button stand out more. And then also I would just say round those corners, because that's another indication that people naturally have about how to click on, like what is a button. So rounding those colors, adding a call to action color in and using that specifically for that book now will help improve the user experience drastically.
Awesome. That's great. That's really good information. Sweet. Like round the corners on the like the book now or any like button.
Yeah, so
pretty much.
Yeah, the book now button for sure. I mean, it's a stylistic choice to have them blocky. And I wouldn't like change the color of the book now button and the learn more button, because one of the most important things when you land on the homepage of the website is that there is one thing that stands out hardcore of what you want them to do. And I'm assuming that's that book now.
Yeah.
So may, due to like the CSS and stuff, if you round the button on the book now, it may round the buttons on everything and there wouldn't be anything wrong with that. But you definitely want that call to action color to be stronger. And red is the #1 best tested CTA color, and maybe it's too bold. So maybe it's orange, or maybe it's a brighter, like you've got some really pretty purples, like that purple in the wall right behind your back would even stand out more. So just something that pops so that when you look at this homepage, whether you're on desktop or mobile, I'm looking at a desktop, that you'll immediately see that like book now. And I also, just due to the time period, might say book digital, like book your digital class now, or something to indicate that like there is a digital element to it, because the image indicates that you would have to be there in person.
By the way, I just went ahead and created a quick mock-up of that using a strong call to action based on what Lauren said, and I posted that to the virtual hangout on chat. So there's an example of what she's talking about.
That's amazing.
You did what?
I posted it to the virtual hangouts G-chat.
Oh, the G-chat. Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. There it is. Wow, it looks really good. Okay, cool. That's great. Great.
Chris, I was just going to suggest you really want people calling you. Because right there in your call to action at the very top, it says call or click today. Do you really want people calling you? And if you do, where's the phone number? Like we don't want people calling us, for example. I don't want you to call me. I want you to look online, fill the form out online, then come on in. But yours, what you says, achieve your personal best, blah, blah, blah. Call or click today to set up your complimentary session. You need to schedule, change that lingo to that, hey, we're doing this online and this is new. You can stay at home.
Yeah, so the website was all set up for a physical location. So there's probably a lot of things I can change for the virtual stuff we haven't gotten into yet. I'm just kind of changed all the registration process over to make that smooth right now. Well, if this ends up being a bigger, if we end up having to do this for 3 months and not be able to do physical training, then I'll probably spend a little more time and effort going the virtual route, or probably just make 2 separate entities where we'll have best day virtual, best day physical once we have both options available to us. And then again, if we're doing this for another month and we have to go virtual, I'll probably just transition everything to virtual for a while until we can
I'll
go back
jump
physical.
in and give you some quick tips for what we've been doing for our clients. Most of our clients are in essential services, so we've been really blessed. So we've had to jump in and, take care of all this stuff over the last 4 weeks. So 2 things there. First, Michael makes a really good point. You should always have one core call to action. So don't confuse your users with that content that you have there, like call or click. Like it's one or the other, because that's the best way to conversion. Second, one of the things that we've been doing that's been fast and helpful, because everybody needs help with doing things fast right now, right? We use a tool called Unbounce, and it's real affordable, but it has the ability to create sticky banners on the top of your website, which won't like impact your Google stuff or anything like that, but at least gives a quick and easy information, so you don't have to go through all the trouble of actually updating the homepage of your website. Just have a banner that says, now introducing digital classes. You click on it, add a blog to your site that gives the basic information, and it takes you all of an hour to get it completed. So that's one of the ways we've been getting around creating really quick, fast solutions for our clients right now. So when their customers come, they have a
So I don't have to fundamentally change the website. I can just put updates up there. All right, cool. That makes a lot of sense. Awesome.
So
All right.
who's completed the user sign up process at this point?
Oh, thank you, Susan. You're awesome.
So Susan, tell us about the how it went through. What was good, what was bad?
It was very intuitive, very quick, very easy. I didn't have any glitches. I used to design website. I used to do website design in a former life way back when I was single. I would say it's really, I like it. I like the simplicity. I like the I like the simplicity. I like the ease. It was real quick and dirty. Bam, bam, done.
So when you, so I got your information. Did you, okay, so you get reminders. Check your text or your email. You opted in for text?
Yes,
So
yes.
let me know if you get a message to finish the registration process, because some of the forms that we had to have people fill out, a physical activity readiness questionnaire and a video consent form, we're auto emailing that back out once you fill out the registration. But apparently, if you opt out of reminder emails, then you don't get it. But you did no emails but text. So I'd be interested to see if you get a text notification.
Okay, I can tell you right now, Chris, I have not gotten a text message yet.
Okay. And that's one of the things I was trying to troubleshoot today was if people opt out, do they still get the next step in the registration process? So,
right. I can easily take care of that. I can easily, is there a process, is there a way to go back into the registration and tick that off?
Because it's, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I think that you get that introductory email once you've registered.
All right,
but
let me
if
see
you
if I got it.
out,
Let me see if I got the email. Let me go.
I don't think you will.
Yes, I
because
did.
you
I got the email. I got it.
Oh, really?
I got an email from you to confirm. Got
This
it.
is why it's so important to have like some actual real group focus testing of a new process.
Yeah, this is great.
And I used to do that when I was a website developer for my former company, my job when I was single. I would do that. I would have a user group. I would have people testing stuff out.
So when you got the email, did it say, hello, welcome, now click this link for the PARQ form? There should be another URL in which to finish the...
It says, please confirm subscription. Yes, subscribe me if you received it by mistake. Please simply delete it, yada, yada, yada.
So you didn't get the link for the PARQ form and the
no, I do not.
form?
I don't see a PARQ or anything in here.
Okay.
Hey, Chris, I got some feedback.
You want me to forward the email to you, Chris?
Yes, please. Just my name, Chris Talasano at Gmail.
Okay, cool. Let me forward that to you right now because I'm on Gmail also.
And
Awesome.
let's please use the hands up feature instead of trying to talk over each other. You're next.
Yeah, Michael, raise your hand.
I can't see the big hand up thing now. So Chris is okay?
Yeah. I just said yeah.
Oh, so I'm looking at a mobile. I'm using Android Note 10 Galaxy. So I'm on
you got the Note 10. Nice.
I'm on the front page and it says book now at the top. Then it has a picture of you and then achieve your personal best. And then it says learn more. Right below that, you have the sign up for our newsletter. I personally wouldn't put that there because it's already like, well, wait a minute. You know, you're asking me to sign up for two things right away. I don't like it there. That's my feedback. But when I'm more importantly for what you're doing right now, I click on the learn more and it pushes me to another page that says a method that works best for you, blah, 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 schedule here. I click on the schedule here and it doesn't go anywhere.
Schedule here.
So why are you making me, first of all, I know it's broken, but why are you making me click twice? If it's learn more, why am I not going right to a sign-up sheet that you want? You've got another page of it telling me all this other stuff. I want to, you're making me.
So basically, if there's a do something on the home page, you want it to bring you to the do something, not to the read something and then do something.
You're asking me,
what you're saying.
You're asking me to, what we say is get started. We use at Nova, right? So everything's online for us, our pricing, photos, blah, 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 layouts and floor plans. And get started. That sends you right to the form. What's your name? What's your address?
Who suggested get started?
That would be probably Chris Jenkins, my mentor.
Chris Sparrow or Jack Sparrow?
It is very much, I mean, honestly, you know, it's if you've made them commit to an action, don't make them commit to another one.
Right.
Take them straight to the action, you know. The only time we ever use learn more is if we have like a channel of learning that has to occur for them to make a purchase decision. Like I've got a customer, Adapt Laser. They sell complex laser cleaning systems. You need to read through some shit to figure out which of these things you need. That's where learn more comes in, right? Yeah. But talking about book now, something along that line, it should just go straight to the action. As soon as they commit to that, they're already saying, I'm ready. So don't put another wall of shit in front of them and make them click another link.
Right, okay.
Every time you create an additional step to the close, you increase attrition.
Yeah.
People start falling off there. They're like, fuck this, you know?
Yeah, that's what I've been busting my butt to try to figure out is how to compress this whole process.
What are you trying to do? You're trying to get someone to sign up for one of your classes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've read your stuff. I want to sign up. We like, again, and this is Chris, get started and then right to the form. I'm signing up. Well, what do you need? My name, what time, how do I pay you? You know, the schedule.
One of the things that we talk about a lot is CRO, conversion rate optimization. Right? And all that is, there's this concept of user friction. If you create obstacles to the sale, users fall off at every one of these points. And from theory, right? When people create these like badass first-person shooters and like adventure games and shit, one of the things that they do is they collect points and right? That creates hotspots in these virtual maps. Oh, dude, every time users get to this particular spot against this particular loss, user deaths spike 3,000%, right? And so that's a thing for them to consider when they're doing the difficulty rating. They call that user friction. How much should be there? When it's in sales, your goal is to make those numbers drop to 0. You want to remove all user friction, right? So, you know, like every time you add another step, that's friction. Every time the user doesn't have a clear choice of what to do, that's friction. Making a bright red call to action on your homepage instead of having a green one reduces user friction because their eyes are immediately drawn to it and they immediately know what to do. And that's the whole concept. You look to reduce friction at every step of the engagement through the sale.
And Chris, just from my point of view, adding on to what Jenkins so eloquently just explained is, you got the book now, and then you got the schedule here. In my opinion, send it to the same place because I clicked on schedule here, it went off and got broken. But book now is, you know, what kind of class do you want? Set appointment type, what type of instructions and what date. I mean, that's what you just do exactly what he said, what Chris said, but send it right here to this page, so your book page.
Cool.
Booking page.
Also, are you doing any in-person meetings right now? Because that's an option on that.
Well, yeah. Well, I was saying earlier, this website was set up for physical interaction.
Right.
So now that I've had to pivot, word of the week, into virtual.
You can change those menu options in 5-10 minutes. I mean, that's
yeah. And Ashley, my web girl, she's awesome. She can do all that, but we're still kind of just figuring out all the registration stuff.
Where you've got like you've got book now in the header, right? And that's going to be consistent across all pages. And you don't want to make that too crazy because it has to fit into the header gracefully along with your main nav and all the rest of that kind of stuff, right? But that next one that you've got on the homepage, maybe you're not going to make it as eye-catchingly red as the one in the header. Maybe you just beef it up a little bit, but make it a very, very direct call to action for your current product, which is book a virtual session now. You've got the real estate there in that hero section on the homepage to have a nice big call to action that tells them exactly what they're about to do, right? The more precise the call to action is, the better it can be, because it gives the user a clear understanding of what's happening next.
Yeah, if you can avoid learn more for the rest of history, be solid.
Awesome. Yeah, no, this is all great information. I'm not a web person, so I'm just glad but I understand what you guys are saying, and I can direct all this to my web people and let them.
Fortunately, you know some web people, so that's convenient.
Kristen, I would just throw in less is more. So I noticed that the site kind of gets, it gets long, but really, you know, don't overthink it. Don't overtalk it. Just get people to sign up and come on and meet you, because, you know, we can work out anywhere. You can have your wedding anywhere, but part of it is the owner, how cool they are, how, you know, the staff, are they fun? Are they friendly?
How many pull-ups can you do?
Hmm?
I said, how many pull-ups can you do?
Right.
How cool they are.
Pull-ups don't pure splits, Michael. Let it happen.
Come on, dude.
I'm done. I don't want to work out today. I've already done enough today.
Fair enough. All right, so one note that I'll point out, and this is probably a limitation of the mind-body system itself, so I don't know that you can actually fix it, but if you have a rep there, maybe it's something that you can mention to them. The way that so they've given you some scripts to embed to use, like little widgets and snippets and shit, to generate your form there, I can tell, because it's all of their code that's actually in the output, right? And the way that they've structured their form breaks my password manager and auto account creation process. And that's going to reach your conversions right there. Because what people want to do is click on a thing, have my selection of identities that I work with normally pop up. I choose which one, it's all the for me. I choose my authentication method, Google, Facebook, whatever the fuck, right? I don't have to go through all this guess a password shit. I'm over that, right? You know, make it dead easy for me to get my information in there.
Yeah,
This
that's been a process, trying to get the mind-body widgets to actually even look decent on my website. Their shit is so outdated, and that was one of the things, just to get it to where it's at has been like a 3 or 4 day process.
It looks nice. As a form, it looks nice. It just doesn't, like, it's functionally not very good.
Yeah. Well, MindBody is not a user interface company. They allow you to do a lot of things, but they don't make it easy or pretty or and once they get you.
Sorry,
I mean, that's one thing that you can't beat with MindBody. Like, they have volume.
Yeah.
They have users, and because of that, I mean, some of that stuff you're just gonna have to like stomach.
Yeah.
Hey, just
I've been
remember,
living with them for years, so.
it's not working on mine, so I can't, as an Android user trying to fill out your form right now, learn here, learn more, and schedule now. It's not working.
I believe Max Glazer used MindBody for the first round of the Shave Cave site. That might be an option, to reach out to him and just ask him what his experience was and how well he was able to get things done. He is always super willing to help out. He's got a great positive attitude and is just honestly a really cool dude. So
Yeah, no, I've gotten to know Max. Cool. I'll
reach out to him and ask him about MindBody. I don't know if he's still using them, but he was, and so he's probably gone through at least some of the hassle that you have.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a process, me and MindBody, but whatever. Cool. Thank you guys for everything. Yeah, and next week, Wednesday night, we'll be doing the first reggae aerobics class, so you guys can all jump on. Won't cost you anything.
Oh, yeah.
Angela teach us how to shake our booties.
I'm a huge reggae fan, by the way. So, Debbie, you stuck in late. Why don't you go ahead and give us your 15-second pitch? You're muted, so none of us can hear you. It looked really enthusiastic, so.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello, happy birthday to you. I'm Debbie, and I sell dry nail polish. It goes on very easily, and it comes off in 2 weeks with regular nail polish remover. Color Street Nails.
Does it mean I can paint my own nails without looking like I'm functionally impaired?
Yes, they go on very easily. You just place them
Lauren
on.
doubts that. I would love to be a test subject for this. I need about another week. I'm pretty close to having them long enough right now to retreat again.
You got it.
My color nails. So I would love to be a test subject for this. I want to see how the powder works.
You got it, Chris.
Oh, you know all about the powder, Chris.
You know, that joke is, it's like funny and anti-funny, given that like the connotations are so wildly untrue. But thanks for playing.
Debbie, I love your nail. I love Color Street.
Thank you.
I love it. I have a bunch, and I need to connect with you to get some more.
Okay, sounds good.
Deb,
Thanks.
please feel free to share your link in the chat.
Okay.
We'll be spamming all our products out today. Evan Coolart snuck in late. Are you doing virtual art these days? What does it look like when you draw a Zoom? Are you with us? Evan? Check, Evan? No? No audio? No.
Use your outside voice, Evan. Evan, use your outside voice.
Okay.
Chris, you can unmute him.
No, he just muted himself. He wasn't muted before. All right, talk, Evan. Damn it.
Okay, got you. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I just figured it out. Good to see you, Captain.
And you as well. Tell us who you are and what you do.
My name's Evan Coolart. I make art. Thanks for having me.
Okay, I heard about exactly half of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't say much. I'm just Evan Coolart, and I make art. And thanks for having me.
Beautiful. Do you have any wants or needs right now?
If anybody needs any art for their home, you can just add me on Instagram or Facebook. Same name, Evan Coolart. And pick out when you'll get. You can pay whatever you want.
There we go. And later, Joel. All right. Anybody else have an issue or something they'd like us to test or look at in their current business sales cycle? Can we review your website? Can we look at your landing page?
I've got Evan art right here.
All right.
Oh, I have a shit ton of Evan art. I'm a big fan of Evan Coolart.
Hey, Evan.
Who does not have Evan Coolart? Raise your hand if you don't have it.
I have more pieces that I can hang right now. I'm trying to figure out new places to put them.
Yeah, we see him downtown.
I didn't realize I had Evan Coolart, but I actually do. I have, I think, 4 pieces of art.
I heard some really nice guys
yeah.
at your meeting one night.
Thank you, Mimi.
What'd you say, Michael? I missed that, but you just looked like you said something bad.
Snarky.
Snarky.
I said, I know you have one nice piece of art from Evan.
Was that like an innuendo? What is what's going on here?
We're filling space until you take back control of this group.
Okay, well, let's do that now because that all felt really, really awkward.
Oh, hand raise.
Hand raise. I'm calling Lauren.
Evan, quick note. I shot you a link. I actually work with Creative Pinellas, and we have grants for artists right now. So make sure to check the chat. We're giving away free money to artists to help support you guys right now. So if you haven't yet, please do.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Are there any other artists? Not in the mix today, maybe. That's definitely a link that we should probably share out on, so you know the fair number of artists who are in that group. So yeah, if you want to send, if you can either post it or send it to me and I'll post it. Whatevs. Mohammed joining us late from his COVID-19 adventure. You want to give your pitch?
Hi, my name is Mo Solomon. I'm the founder, president, and CEO of Hammer City Cannabis, located in Hamilton, Ontario. And we're getting ready to set up a similar operation down here, growing smokable hemp flower, grown right here in Florida. And happy to be here, happy to be alive.
Glad you're alive. Glad you're here, brother.
Good time. So, wants and needs. Is there anything that ESC can help you with right now in helping you get set up down here?
Yes, actually, so I'd like to have a lawyer, somebody that's willing to take shares as form of payment. We need a CLO on our board. like Stat, just because there are certain nuanced business strategies and maneuvers that we have to conduct over the next couple of weeks and months. The first and foremost of them is acquiring a Canadian company, the one that I already established in Canada. So we want to set up a company down here that will then acquire the company up in Canada. And, you know, that requires like specific kind of law.
I got a stoner attorney that would love to do that. I will get him in touch with you.
Please, thank you.
I would also say as secondary and tertiary options. Actually, before I even say that, whatever happened to Goldberg, or that dude that we used to use for all the shit back in the day?
It is Goldberg. We can't rely on Goldberg. Goldberg responds when Goldberg is bored because we don't pay him. The problem with him, if you're not paying him his top dollar, he just doesn't give a fuck.
Gotcha. Okay. Then my suggestion, Luke LaRoe, who is Redner's lawyer, he's always getting into stupid shit. He gave Tommy John like 10 grand to make a fucking music video.
I remember I was in it.
So, you know, he's always a good option for stuff like this. And I might consider pitching Brent Britton on it. He's into like a lot of subversive stuff. He's into blockchain stuff and cryptocurrency. He's into emerging technology stuff. He might be interested in a little cannabis play. So that's definitely somebody maybe to talk to. I can probably give you an introduction there.
I've been out of the loop as far as St. Pete goes for the last 2 years specifically because I've been up in Canada. But even before that, the circles that I ran in were very exclusively nighttime entertainment, belly of the beast kind of thing. So I'm super out of touch from like when I first joined ESC like 10 years ago. So any and all connections and recommendations that you guys could make for me would be really appreciated.
I just messaged my attorney. I'll have him reach out to you if that's something that's interesting to him.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris.
His name is Ryan Singleton, and he is also a good buddy of me and Josh's from back in the day. Do you know Ryan?
Yeah, he sounds familiar.
I feel like you've met him.
Yeah, I think so. I think I did more than meet. I think we got fucked up together.
I'm pretty sure there were some of those nights.
That's the best way, honestly. It's really the best way.
So you guys have a connection. So there you go. I told him to reach out to you if that's something that's interesting.
Right on. Thank you so much. And then
does anybody else have a business problem do you have something else to say, Mo?
Well, I was just gonna say, and then after that, we're gonna be ready for once all the paperwork is in order, fundraising. Whoever wants to jump on board.
Fundraising. I raise some fun.
Hell yeah. And
it's going to be interesting trying to see what fundraising and business development looks like over the next 6 months with the market where it is. A lot of free capital is dried up. So it's going to be a very challenging marketplace, I think.
I absolutely disagree. I think that professional lenders are fucking losing their mind and they're like lining up looking for viable businesses that they could just please take our money. Remember we met with...
Oh, I was talking about private equity.
Oh,
professional lending? Absolutely. Private equity, like VC type stuff, what I'm mostly thinking of. Professional, I don't know professional lending for shit. That market may very well be like cranking right now.
It is. Derek Dudley, when we met with him, remember we met with him 2 weeks ago? He's like all of his buddies, all his frat buddies that he went to college with that are in that space, they're freaking out. They don't know what to do with all that money that they have.
Oh, hey, not a club they should all be introduced to.
Yeah, I know, right?
Who is IKEA?
IKEA? The fuck? IKEA, cam up or I'm gonna boot you out.
Cam up.
Sneaking in.
Cam up, cam up.
It's one of those.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Thanks, Mo.
Happy birthday.
Happy life, Mo.
Thank you, sir. So good to be alive.
Crazy.
Is this your first day home?
Yeah, the first couple of hours home.
Oh.
Look at Jennifer's chat. IKEA equals ISIS.
Oh my gosh.
That ain't even right.
Wow.
Hey, I said it earlier. I said, not today, ISIS, not today.
Not today. How do we get your chocolates?
You can go to facebook.com just cause chocolates and message.
Chocolate delivery.
Chocolates?
Yeah, if anybody wants chocolates for Easter or anything, I can make some peanut butter, almond butter ones in the egg shape, so you don't have to go.
Do you do
after the
delivery?
rest of the ones.
Will you make some almond ones for me? Chocolate and almond?
Yes.
Is there such thing as diabetic friendly chocolate?
I could
still not
research
eating
it,
it.
but probably not. But I'm sure there is. It's just
No, there
different.
totally is. It's all about the amount of sugar.
There absolutely is. You can get it like 100% or 90% chocolate, dark chocolate, which has very little sugar in it. Add in your xylitol or other sweetener.
Good.
But you just have to be careful with xylitol because it can be digestively disruptive if it's consumed in too much quantity. But it is
Makes you
possible.
shy.
That's like I've been looking at some chocolate instead of the chocolate that I do use that's vegan friendly, but I know that the chocolates that I tried that were they had a little less carbs in them. They didn't taste as good.
You have Lily's, which is stevia based.
I think the one that I tried was the Earth Life.
I don't know. Fresh Market has a good selection of alternative chocolates.
Yeah. So it's just trying to find the right one that kind of tastes the same as the chocolate bites that I use right now.
Do you sweeten with honey?
I put a little bit of honey nectar in it.
Because honey's actually really good for you. Antiviral, antibacterial.
It's still
It's not diabetic friendly though. It has sugar in it.
Yeah.
You can't put liquids in chocolate because it'll seize.
Well, what I do is I like mix the chocolate and the peanut butter, and then once it comes out, then I add a little bit of the honey nectar into it so that it's like in the chocolate mix. Because it's not like the Reese's, you'll see the peanut butter separate, but the chocolate and the almond butter that I do it like separate, not at the same time. But I do the chocolate and the peanut butter, and then once I have that melted, I put a little bit of the honey nectar in it.
You could also use they have like honey sugar, or honey powder that you could use too. I think it's mostly sugar. It's like 70% sucrose, but they add a little honey on it.
But that's like I want to try to start to use find like a peanut butter that doesn't have I have to find like my actual look at the recipe right now, but the peanut butter isn't even technically considered like vegan friendly because of what's in it. So trying to like
Jennifer, can you make your own?
that's what I'm going to try to do once I have a little more time, but right now I'm still working full time, so I haven't had a chance to actually try making my own like peanut butter out of just straight peanuts.
Have you thought about the army to fuck?
You cut out?
Chris,
Have
you
you
always
thought
cut
about
out.
telling the army to fuck off?
Right now I've actually thought about that once my my year like orders are up, but I still have the reserve. So after 2020, I'm thinking about just doing a traditional reserve unit where I do the 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year, because I learned that the directorate that I'm under right now doesn't really care about our health.
So just to go back to the peanut butter, a lot of peanut butter cups, they use dry defatted peanut flour. And then they reconstitute that with water and then use that as filling in chocolates. Actually, most peanut butter cups that you see out there are just reconstituted peanut flour. They do that for two reasons. One, if you're being health conscious, you want to limit the fat, and chocolate already has a lot of fat with the cocoa butter. Second of all, the oils can leak out of the peanut butter and then get it all greasy and oily on the outside. So there's a company called Golden Peanut, which is owned by ADM, Archer Daniel Midlands, which supplies all the peanut flour for PB2 and those other powder-based peanuts that you see on the market shelves.
I have to say right now, I am shocked. Of all the things that I knew Greg was an expert at, I did not expect him to break down peanut butter filling in confectioners. That was from left field for me.
We're doing a new line of healthy protein chocolates, and we actually have some CapEx allocated for doing it basically bean to bar. It's been an interest of mine for a couple of years.
That's pretty amazing. Are you and Jennifer potentially partners at some point?
Who's Jennifer? I'm sorry. Was that who was just chatting?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. This is our first time meeting.
Jennifer is, where is Jennifer?
I went to go get a label real quick.
Yeah, put your face in the screen and say hi to Greg.
Hi, Greg. But
Greg,
yeah.
he's the one leaning back with the beard. Kathleen, speaking of Greg, he's the one that has the big wheel skateboard thing that you want to ride.
Trying to sell that thing. It's
Kathleen would probably buy it and then shred it and like fill her Instagram with her shredding it.
Yeah.
I at least want a free trial.
It's lost its fun after about 9 months. It was a lot of fun for 9 months. Then I haven't picked it up in months.
How much is it? How much are you selling for?
I don't know. I haven't seriously considered selling.
Greg.
All right, so bringing this back around to actually doing business. So Jennifer is I hope I'm right here, captain in the Army?
That's correct.
Oh, yes, got it right.
What's your MLS?
I'm a public affairs officer, so I'm a 46 Alpha.
Nice, cushy job.
Yes, she is.
And but she's been working on this confectionery time, making like homemade. I mean, homemade Reese's cups is like a terrible fucking pitch, but I mean that's the easiest way to describe it to people. Except it's not really like Reese's cups. It's like really these nice little confections that have like nut cores with like peanuts and almonds. So yeah, if you guys have been in the bean to bar space, maybe she might be able to help in the way of like consulting, co-course, something along that line. You do some recipe exchange, something. Who knows?
Yeah, for sure. Sounds interesting.
Word. All right. Well, I mean, we've still got about 20 minutes here in our official meeting time. So anybody else have a business issue you want to talk about? Oh, Max, you haven't done your pitch yet. So let's start with you. Tell us who you are and what you do.
I am Max Glazer. I own the Shave Cave downtown St. Petersburg. We're a barber shop. Got a bar in the back. So currently not making any men look any better. We are shut down for the next 30 days. And I'm Max, Shave Cave. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, cool. New computer. Well, different computer. Using the shop computer.
My face, my hair, my neck, my back, all of this, it really needs your attention. Maybe not my back, but everything
I'm all cleaned
else.
up.
You do backs?
Hey. So I did something about an hour ago. I got a little flack for it. Some hate already, some donations, but I created a GoFundMe page for my staff, for my team, just to get us, over the hump right now, because it says they're saying 30 days, but we don't know it's gonna be longer than that. But either way, I created something before an SBA loan happens, before anything else happens, because all that shit's gonna take time. It's not happening overnight. And unemployment, they're having a bitch of a time even logging in and creating a profile. I mean, it's a shit show, the unemployment.
It's a shit show.
It is. I was on a call yesterday with like it was a town hall, and there was a senator, I think Senator Cruz, and 2 representatives, and they were talking about that they're trying to hire about 20,000 people just for the unemployment, because it's been terrible. So they know, and it's just the system that is just terrible.
Yeah,
but,
what they could have done is could have gone on Venmo and sent us all cash like the same fucking day, but it's a goddamn clown show.
That's what they did in Canada. In Canada, they're getting $2,000 a month, and they already had the first $2,000 payment. I've got 3 employees that are working for us up there, and they already got their money.
It's insulting.
Say it again. Sorry?
Can you share the link? Daniel misses you so much.
Yeah, I miss you guys. At least you're home. I'm glad you made it home.
Me too.
I told you not to come home. You didn't listen to me.
Rocco's getting worse. It's heartbreaking. I watch it every day.
It's worse everywhere.
Yeah. So I made a GoFundMe page. Sorry?
Share the link in the chat.
Okay. And is that a faux pas? Did I just commit marketing suicide?
No. No. So first of all, no matter what you do right now, you are going to be dead ass wrong to half your audience. No matter what you do, literally.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether or not that half is divided by politics, by money, by religion, by whatever the things that divide people are. No matter what you do right now, half your audience is going to be on the wrong side of whatever that divide is. Period.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
I got
here
some
are the
comments.
only things that I think are actually like shitty right now. I've seen some business owners who were like real shitheads about the current restrictions, and they're talking some shit about the things that we're trying to do to get us all back in shape. And that's marketing suicide. If everybody whose grandmother dies during this is going to remember every company that said, "Oh yeah, come on in and hang out," every fucking one, believe that.
I was really close. We had all the precautions in place. I hired a sanitation crew. I had gloves, masks, everything. I was going to try to do it, go down to social distancing. Only 2 chairs from 5, only 2 people in the waiting room at a time, only 2 people on the barber side at a time. But either way, you're still touching the person, you know, and so you're wearing gloves, you're wearing a mask, you're doing everything right, but
so
the masks don't protect you. The mask, if I'm sick, the mask will protect you from me.
Yeah, no, I know. My staff was all, you know, I wasn't forcing anybody to work. The mask was solely that, God forbid, one of my people did get sick, it wouldn't be spreading it to a client. All the things we were doing were to protect the clients. The barbers knew they were at risk, but it was a risk they were willing to take. But they would have to change their gloves through every client, wipe down the station, sanitize, do everything 100% to the, and then you're relying on people, you know, that I have a lot of people that work for me, and that one person's not going to follow the rules. It's going to mess it up for everybody else. Either way, it wasn't worth the risk. So we decided not to do it.
Feasible. It's not just, I spent 8 days in the hospital, and every single time my door opened, they had to log it, and they had to like dress like in full fucking mop level 5 gear, masks and fucking helmets, and I have not seen a human face in a week and a half.
Yeah, that's just it's
human.
So
wait, did you have it, Mo?
What's gonna happen then?
Did you have it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought that was just a joke.
Nah, nigga.
This is the climate to make jokes about it.
No, I saw it on Kim Jenkins' page as a meme, so I didn't know.
Hey Max, can I make a suggestion?
You just saw my Joe Exotic profile pic.
What's up, Barry?
Max, your initial thing that you brought up. Another way to approach it is to possibly offer gift cards that are or gift certificates that are customized to the stylist, to say, you know, this is your normal stylist, for your existing customers, to say, hey, you know, at least can you pay for your next haircut in advance, use this, and maybe give 10% off or something. And then that way it's really personal, and it's directed by that particular stylist.
Or even better, Barry, that's a great idea. But instead of taking 10% off, maybe say, and have a tip line. And you could say like, okay.
I was saying 10% of your hair at 20% more.
Where is all the nasty negative comments? Because I went to the Facebook page.
I deleted them because I wasn't going to leave that up.
All right, so
and then I blocked the gentleman, and then he called, and I just had a conversation. I had a conversation with him right before I logged in.
What is he so mad about?
1 second.
Damn, people are nuts, man.
Okay, hang on 1 second. I'm gonna have to use the mute all feature because y'all bitches ain't listening. All right, that's how moderation works. The whole point is what kind of messaging works right now and what kind of messaging doesn't. Okay, and I'm very, very willing to make sure that all of you, many of which are experts, get a chance to talk during this time. But to keep it from like degrading into just everyone talking over each other, please use the raise your hand feature in the participants section of your interface down below. And the first hand that I saw raised already in the mix was Lauren Davenport. So next, and then I'll be from there.
Okay, well, I did that wrong, but I have a lot to say about this. So I understand, Max, the negative comments piece. So my husband and I, for those of you guys who don't know me, we're nomads. We sold everything that we owned in January of 2019. We travel full time, even though we have a full business. And when all of this shit got crazy, we found our butts stuck in Morocco. So one of my good girlfriends had messaged me in advance when things were starting to get a little bit crazy and right before we went to Sahara Desert, and was like, hey, we should do a press pitch on this just in case you need it. And I'm like, okay, whatever, no big deal. I'm sure it's going to be fine. This was way before anyone ever knew that borders in countries could shut down in 24 hours. So we got a real quick view of what messaging can do for the good and for the bad in this current climate. I think my favorite comment was rich fucker that my husband and I got called. And then, of course, there were also people who were positive and supportive. So, like, social media is a bitch. But I think there are a couple things that I learned that are really critical that any business can use throughout the experiment. We'll call it an experiment. First is you don't want to delete negative comments. And that feels counterintuitive because when you first initially read them, they hurt so bad and everything else in the world sucks so much right now that the initial reaction is like, you know, let's sweep it under the rug and call it a day. But it is an opportunity for you to show compassion and kindness in a world that sucks. So when you take the high road above whoever is, and just being honestly and genuinely you, you can win more customers and brand loyalty that way than almost any other way. So Max, you already did it. Don't stress it. I would just avoid deleting it in the future. Other things that we learned, I would say that we learned, I'm not taking this political because I am, well, as of a couple weeks ago, I didn't give a rat's ass about politics, and now I feel pretty strongly about it. But from a standpoint of communications, what I learned from our government, our U.S. Embassy completely ignored anything and everything we were trying to do and could not be flexible and learn in this time. And there is nothing more important than, even if your communications are, we don't have an answer yet, but this is A, B, C, and D that we are currently working on to help you with, clear communications that are honest and not overly hopeful, like false hope. Nothing in this like economy and current situation that we're in, if you are giving false hope to people, you are going to be annoying and seen as an asshole. So avoid that as well. So those are my two things. Don't ignore the negative stuff, or don't delete it. Set it up so that you are being compassionate and showing who you are as a human being, because it will win in the long run. And don't be positive just for the sake of being positive. Be real.
Word. I mean, couldn't agree more. Very Lively, you got your hand up over there.
Yeah, to your very good point there, I just put up a little video the other day, and as a matter of fact, it was yesterday, and I was doing the 3D virtual tour just to show, you know, I didn't have my glove and my mask and glove on just for show. I was in someone else's house, but I was the only heartbeat in the house, and it's the only way that you can do the virtual tour because the camera spins 360 degrees, and if you see the camera, it sees you, and it's a waste of my time to chase people throughout the house. So so I basically did what I was in the middle of doing. I just put my phone up and said, hey, I'm doing a virtual tour, and you know, this is a way to keep you safe, and a way to keep your clients safe, and abide by what the government is trying to get across and how we can stop this thing. So I've gotten a really good response from it because I was being sincere, and I was just doing, I was in the act of doing what it is that I do. So that was a good point. Thanks for bringing that up.
Word. Other feedback? Yeah, Jennifer.
I would just say to you, Max, you can't like please everybody. So if you know that what you're doing is right for your employees, do it. It might piss some people off, but looking out for your employees, and even if you just like stayed out there, like if that gentleman writes another comment or calls or emails, just let him know that so many people have put in for unemployment. So if it's uncertain when your employees are going to get it, you're just trying to cover them until, you know, this period. So just to reiterate, you can't please everybody. So if you're making, you know, 90% of the people happy, I think you're winning.
Well, that's true. And you can also find out what is the person actually mad about, because a lot of times, you know, they might be venting, and it might turn out that this is, you can win a customer by saying, you know, what are you actually mad about? You know, I'm helping my employees. What am I missing here? And it might say, oh, well, you know, you're a business owner. You're like, dude, man, I was not born without money. You can tell your story. I'm like, I was born with no money. I just had to move from another shop. We just opened up. You know, we were taking the risk on a bigger shop. Things were booming in St. Pete. Nobody expected this. And by communicating, you know, you might be able to, if you don't even win that person over, at least everybody else now hears your story and understands where you're coming from.
I'm going to call on someone who hasn't spoken yet and who I really feel like I would like to hear his opinion on communications. Tony Michaelides, you're a dude who spent all this time in PR, and I'm certain that you've had to deal with something at some time or another in somebody's life where you had to deal with a crisis and talk to people about it.
I missed the beginning of that, sorry.
I know, that's why I had to call you out. You're sitting over there like, you know, you're our like 40-year publicist guy, and you have like no input here on messaging? Come on.
Well, a lot of my PR was before Messenger, so, you know, yeah, I think it's a great thing.
No, messaging. This is a public relations thing. How do companies right now engage with an audience in a market that's utterly terrified of what's going on, or is blasé about it to the point of like, you know, personal harm? As a publicist, if you were in a band right now, right? If you were on the U2 World Tour and you're talking to Bono and he's like, mate, do we shut it down? You know, like, how would you craft a message around that to talk to the fans, you know? Making you dig deep here, man.
Pardon?
I'm making you dig deep here.
Mary interrupted me at the end of that. Sorry, I'll see you later. How would I message what? Just tell me. I got
if you had a band right now with a thriving fan base that had to cancel its world tour over COVID-19, what would be like the tone? How would you construct a message to reach out to that audience and be like, hey, you know, we wish we could be there. Here's how you can help support us during this time. Give us money, even though we can't play live for you.
Well, it depends on the size of the act, doesn't it? I mean, if you're a big act, you would offer something up like, you know, like literally you can pick up some guitars and play something. And if you're a big act and you get out in front of your fans, I mean, that's basically how the whole social networking started. I mean, I tell people the story about Bono, you know, and stuff like in the early days, because before social networking, I mean, they had to go out and meet all the fans and talk to them. Could you imagine a guy like that now getting on social networking and, you know, after a gig and meeting some fans in Japan and then waking up and having like another 200 fans? So they can, I think the thing is with messaging and stuff, I mean, your artists become real. I think there's a lesson to be learned for a lot of up and coming acts where they really have to kind of turn up, for want of a better word, and not just because of something like this, but interact with their audience consistently by either offering them something free or just like being more than a catalogue number, you know. I think the scope's endless. I think you've got to send out inspirational messages. Some can do it and some can't. I mean, some people sit there and complain and gripe about it, but it's not going to make it go away.
jumping in there, Max, one of the things that I would say that you could take from what Tony just said and do for your team is any type of content that you're creating right now that helps your end user is critical and can also bring exposure to getting them to donate to your GoFundMe page, get your gift cards, whatever. So for example, right now, because my poor husband is currently desperately missing you guys to the nth and is bitching about it literally every single day. So one of the things that you guys could do is create, like video content, and video content right now does not have to be fancy. Nobody expects things to be fancy right now. So as long as you can see what you're doing, cool. So create video content teaching that's like, and publish it to YouTube that's titled, how to teach your wife to cut your hair during this shit show or during COVID-19.
Holy shit, that's a fucking great idea.
Yeah. I mean, like there's 100 things that you can do. And guess what? It doesn't matter if you publish that video right now. Daniel is never going to want me to cut his hair long term, but at least he trusts you and he is going to send me that video and be like, please, 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 please watch this because you're going to have to try to help me right now. Building trust with your customers right now and showing that you are a genuinely wonderful human being, nothing can be more valuable to your long-term brand.
Agree completely.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a lot of work, Max, for you to prove that you're a nice guy.
It's not, and put your puppy in it.
Yeah, thank you. I will. I'll try to pull one over on people.
Gustavo, I see you came in
Hey,
late
Gus is here.
Corona Beach, so why don't you give us your quick 15-second pitch of who you are and what you do?
There we go.
You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
You got to hit your mute button.
Gus, you're muted, bro.
None of us could hear
All right,
you.
here we go.
There you go.
There we go.
So my name is Gustavo, man. I have a collision shop in Clearwater, Florida. I'm also a day trader. So we specialize in a lot of high-end cosmetic repairs, customization, carbon fiber, composites, and I day trade. So I also, now that we're in quarantine, I started this YouTube channel for the shop, and I'm also gonna reopen or restart my my trading channel. So just sitting here, staying busy, just learning how to. I've gotten pretty good the past few weeks at video editing. So yeah, just sitting here, staying productive, and trying to stay away from the fridge.
Yeah, that's.
What's the name of your business?
Driven Image Customs.
I've already booked my session on my 400-pound life for as soon as this thing all ends. You know, they're gonna be like, this poor soul was trapped in his house for 16 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I've made a commitment to come out of this healthier, stronger. I've actually eaten better than I ever have because I'm now cooking every single meal. I'm not going out. I actually been to the supermarket. My fridge went from just condiments to actually having meats and veggies and other things in there. I'm working out. I'm running. I'm riding my bike. I'm trying to get out, get fresh air, and just not let this shit get me down. Come back stronger and better. You know,
Well, here's the reality. For every single person in this group, we built a business from nothing. We can do it again. And speaking to the healthy stuff, Daniel Neary is also a person who's typically in these conversations. He has a business that's For You Fitness. He's doing a $1 a month personal trainer in your pocket right now. So if you need a little bit of help for $1 a month, which even if you have zero money, you can afford, he's helping people do exactly that. So just another cool little thing. He's launching it tomorrow.
Wait a minute. $1 a month. How is he just reaching out to everyone and just is he constantly accessible for $1 a month? Does he?
Well, he's got 14 studios across the United States.
I've met him and I know his thing, but that's interesting.
They've been building this for a while. They're just launching it earlier.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to, like, you said you've already met him. He's awesome. He's always so open to talking to other gym owners. So if you want to reconnection with him, I'm happy to do that. But we're doing that through a press pitch, because one of the things that like is really media heavy right now is about, you know, what is some of the things that you can do to avoid the COVID-15, like freshman 15, but COVID-15. So we're getting ready to help launch that with him. What, Chris?
I got the COVID-25.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, COVID-15 is trending on Twitter, so I don't have anything to do with the number.
Oh, somebody just sent me a message. Evan Coolart?
Evan Coolart, yeah, he's in the group here.
There he is.
Oh,
hey,
okay.
Gustavo, so like what are some things that we could do to help you in your business right now with what you're doing?
Well, I mean, you know, if you get in an accident. Well, luckily, man.
Get into an accident. Very nice.
No, I said if you get into an accident, you know, you can contact me. But no, man, I mean, I'm fine. I mean, luckily, you know, I have reserves and I have a second source of income. So, I mean, I'm not like, you know, I got a very low overhead as well. I stay lean, you know, so, you know, I can weather this out. I do have some projects coming in, small stuff that's coming in, which is, you know, I go over there. But in the meantime, I go to the shop, I'll record for a few hours, you know, on a project, you know, my personal vehicle that I'm restoring, and I'll load those up on YouTube. Eventually those will pay, you know, so, you know, it is what it is.
Hey, we're going to wrap up the recording part of this. So if everybody just wants to say goodbye, Entrepreneur Social Club or something, I don't know, something cool.
Oh,
And
shit,
then,
you recording this?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
What up? Thank you for hosting, Chris Jenkins.
Bye.
All right, we're going to still stay here, but we're just going to stop recording. Stop recording button is there.